From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Edgar Cedillo in Bozeman. A man is accused of making threatening messages to city leaders. I'll have the details coming up.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill. What's this proposed health care reconciliation bill making its way through Congress? How will it save your family money? What's the catch? We break it down next.
Well, good morning and happy Thursday, Southwest Montana. It is now 6:30. What a lovely shot there as the sun starts to make its way into the mining city. That is Community Hospital of Anaconda's ICAM. Beautiful here in Tropical Four Corners as well right now.
It's a little warm in a few areas, but generally it's pretty comfortable. I think today, once again, looking at that heat, we're going to have to look for ways to beat the heat. Drink plenty of water, wear that sunscreen, look for opportunities to take a rest, and check on your elderly neighbors.
Good idea. Take care of your pets as well.
That's right. Put some ice in that water. They'll
Good
appreciate
idea.
it. Mainly clear conditions as we're starting the day. It looks like our daytime high should be up near 90 degrees again this afternoon. Today is going to be a little different from yesterday, mainly with respect to wind. I don't think that we're going to have that wind picking up in the late afternoon, early evening today, so no relief there. We are talking about a bit of a cool down heading into next week. We'll talk more about that from the weather patio coming up in just a few minutes.
Meantime, 6:31, news from right here in Tropical Four Corners topping this half hour. Simms Fishing Products has been sold to Vista Outdoors Incorporated for $192.5 million. Simms, headquartered in Bozeman, right here in Tropical Four Corners, makes innovative fishing gear, including waders and clothing. In a press release from Vista Outdoor, CEO says Simms will be the center of its new fishing platform and outdoor products, and the headquarters for that part of the company will stay right here in Bozeman. Current executive chairman of Simms, Casey Walsh, says joining Vista Outdoor, an exciting new era for Simms and very positive for the 170 Bozeman-based employees and thousands of Simms retailers around the globe. Vista Outdoor says you're in good company if you fish, an enormously popular hobby or passion with more than 55 million anglers in the United States alone. In other news, a series of tweets from a Bozeman man has landed him in the Gallatin County Jail. That after police say he made threats towards Bozeman elected officials. MTN's Edgar Cedillo digs into the case.
According to court documents, 44-year-old Robert Brigham was arrested here at his apartment above this store downtown, where he's accused of threatening city commissioners.
Do you understand these 5 counts of threats or improper influence in official or political matters and the penalties that attach?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the charging documents, detectives were made aware of Brigham's tweets on Monday, July 25th. They were unable to get a hold of him until the following day. They waited for Brigham to come out of his apartment, and when questioned, Brigham reportedly said, quote, "I'm frustrated with how the city of Bozeman sucks so bad. This is my hometown and I lost my apartment." Brigham also reportedly said that he didn't intend to do anything and that he was frustrated. Here are some of the tweets that detectives say Brigham posted, quote, "I got hit with an 80% rent increase and have to move because of the clowns who run the city of Bozeman and have refused to declare a state of emergency to respond to the overpopulation catastrophe. They wrecked my hometown and I hope they all roast in hell." Another tweet said, quote, "I wish extreme violence against every Bozeman elected official. They all deserve to dangle from a tree. And I'm going to punch the next Bozeman commissioner I encounter and any jury will say I'm right."
We respect the First Amendment, and especially having open government here in Bozeman, and that the City Commission does have ample opportunity for the public to come forward and say comments that they want, and we support that and protect that.
But Captain Swanson says there is a fine line between free speech and criminal behavior.
Usually the violence is the one that's the big trigger point.
But in cases where there is no violence, there can still be a crime.
When those comments become type of hate speech that could be specific towards someone's race, creed, color, religion, that something can turn criminal.
Back at City Hall, police are there to make sure officials and the public are safe.
We do have a uniformed police officer who is there at every commission meeting.
Adam set Brigham's bail at $5,000 and his next court appearance is set for August 12th. In Bozeman, Edgar Cedillo, MTN News.
All right, in regional headlines this morning, 2 wildfires alone have burned nearly 40,000 acres in western Montana and northern Idaho. Look at where the 38,000-acre Moose Fire and the 500-acre Hog Trough Fire are located. No evacuations for Hog Trough Fire, although some trail closures have been posted. Salmon River Road closed for most of Wednesday so crews could safely conduct fire operations. Fire threatening residences, mining operations, and some recreational areas. Now, the big concern over the next few days is the hot, dry weather and the potential for more wind and thunderstorms. DN's Dennis Bragg has the latest from Salmon River country.
After a couple of days of being a little less active in lower temperatures and with smoke creating inversions, the fire picked up activity on Wednesday afternoon and firefighters responded in kind. That's putting additional pressure on the Highway 93 corridor where both homes and traffic are being threatened. The biggest challenge is attacking the fire in the extremely rugged terrain and keeping firefighters safe. But that's where the aerial attack is making the difference, with everything from helicopters to drones being used to slow the fire's spread toward the river bottom. And so far, the approach is working. Although the fire is very, very close to home, crews are keeping ahead of the blaze's spread. Throughout the afternoon and evening, all the teams are mobilizing to keep this monster at bay. In fact, evacuation orders were eased late Wednesday, close to North Fork. So the big challenge for the next couple of days will be the potential for those dry thunderstorms and, of course, hotter temperatures and wind. On the Salmon River, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.
All right, thank you very much, Dennis, for that update. In other news this morning, will prescription drug reform actually happen in Congress? All signs are saying yes right now as the Senate races to finish partisan bill before the August recess. The bill is being called the Inflation Reduction Act, and it's expected to address climate change and close some tax loopholes. A vote could happen next week. But the biggest part of the bill is expected to address the cost of prescription drugs. So how might this impact your wallet, and why might the biggest change take several years to implement? Our Joe St. George explains.
If there is one thing I've learned covering healthcare over the years,
one pill is $1,400.
It doesn't matter your age.
Right now, the medication I have to pay for is $3,850 a month.
Prescription drugs can be expensive.
You don't look 71.
I met John Warbacher.
I am 20.
And Jacqueline Garibay a few months back. But their horror stories of going to the pharmacy came back to me as prescription drug reform begins to take center stage in Congress. According to 46 Brooklyn Research, a nonprofit that tracks drug prices, 2021 set a record for increases. Over 900 brand-name drugs saw hikes. On average, those hikes were around 4.2%.
But it appears Congress is on the verge of doing something about it. Over the course of the next couple weeks, Democrats in the House and the Senate are expected to pass legislation that would cap out-of-pocket costs for seniors on Medicare who have Part D at $2,000 annually. They would penalize drug companies who raise prices beyond inflation, and perhaps most importantly, allow Medicare to negotiate with drug companies for the very first time. However, like most things in Washington, there's a catch.
The catch is that in 2023, 2024, and 2025, no drugs would benefit from price negotiation. Only in 2026 would those lower prices begin. It would be limited to just 10 drugs at first, although that number will increase each year after that. Another catch, the bill isn't expected to limit the cost of drugs when they first enter the market. So in theory, pharmaceutical companies could charge more initially, knowing that the price can't go up that much. As a reminder, this legislation is being met with criticism and skepticism by Republican leaders who are worried this will restrict research and the development of new drugs. No Senate Republicans are expected to vote for this, but they may not be needed. If every one of the 50 Democrats in the Senate support it, it can pass because the plan is to pass it via reconciliation, a process that requires a simple majority vote.
This is the closest we've ever been.
Jacqueline just hopes the final bill helps more than just older Americans.
You know, it's hard enough being a college student that has an illness. It's even harder trying to figure out how to pay for all of it.
In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.